Here with Brock Culler for the 2026 preseason interview for softball. The page really turned towards the upcoming season once everyone returned for fall semester. What were some themes that emerged for the softball team this fall?
The biggest thing I would say would be our passion and energy for the upcoming season. There's a lot of passion, a lot of energy with this group.
This is your fourth season as head coach. How satisfied with you are with your roster and the staff you've built, knowing that these seniors have been with you the entire time?
Yeah, I feel really good about our roster. Like I said, there's a lot of passion there. They're great kids. They have a lot of passion for this game. They all love each other. Our coaching staff, Janessa and Aaron have pretty much been with me since day one. Melissa's going into her second year. She's got that first year under her belt. I feel like we have a very good routine, both as coaches and as players. I'm an optimistic person by nature, so I always feel really good about everything. But just being around this group just really enhances that for me. It's a great group to be around, coaches and players.
Yeah. What encouragement do you find in the team culture and atmosphere that you see developing in this 2026 team?
The big emphasis this summer, Coach Martinez led a book study with them, The Mindset by Dr. Larry Widman, and then they would go over chapters once a week. They'd meet by Zoom. But the goal for us this year was to have more of a player-led team, the players out in front. Setting goals, setting these boundaries, holding each other accountable, working hard on and off the field, things like that. And our players have bought into that, and it's just been really remarkable. We haven't had anything to deal with other than just getting better and competing. It's been a blessing.
Yeah. Taryn Ganstrom broke the school record for triples in a season and was probably the most consistent player in 2025. In what ways have you seen her game evolve since she's been at Concordia?
Taryn last year, obviously, she's a very gifted softball player. She's very athletic, very strong, kind of a quiet, behind-the-scenes type of player. I just want to show up, do my job, and go home. This year, in our off-season stuff, we kind of challenged her a little bit to break out of that shell because, we're not asking her to be a huge vocal leader. We're just, when there are some challenging moments, if Taryn Ganstrom was to jump out in front and just say something, I feel like her impact would go a long ways with this team. Everybody would be like, okay, Taryn's saying something, then it means something, And I would say that part of it, she's done a great job with. All these players all look up to her, and she's done a great job guiding a lot of our younger players and being a vocal leader.
Yeah, the infield is a pretty experienced group with Ganstrom and Lacey Joseph and Aubriana Kreezer. Could be a newcomer at third, but how much are you relying on the ones that are experienced in their leadership and production for this upcoming season?
Yeah, just a ton. They know all of our coverages, our first and thirds, bunt coverages, relays, cuts, no cuts, things like that. They know it. They know our language. They know our lingo. They know the type of style we want to play. And they really help our younger players in drills and practices, like getting at and above that level. So they're fantastic. They really are.
Yeah. What can you tell us about how the outfield is coming together? Obviously, replacing the 3 starters from last season. What's Janessa and everybody been doing?
Yeah. Outfield, Toby Top, our senior from Canada, got a little bit of playing time here and there sparingly last year, gifted player. But this offseason, she just took everything to the next level. She is so laser focused. Her mindset, her hitting, her defense, everything is great. We look to for her to lead our outfield this year. And then we have our newcomer, Mary Beth Hart, who's going to play a significant role in our outfield as well. And then we've got Aubrey Wright, that's challenging as well. So we got a good group out there. We really do. Very talented, experienced group. So they're doing a great job.
Avery O'Boyle played a significant amount at catcher as a freshman. What's kind of the next step for her as a sophomore?
Just kind of building off the momentum that she created last year. And so far to this point, she's not only done that, but exceeded it. She's a very talented softball player. And, I try not to talk a lot about that around her. I don't want to add any not that she couldn't handle it, but I think Avery O'Boyle is going to have a very, very good season.
Give us kind of a breakdown of the pitching staff. Obviously, you lost Megan Urick, who had a great career, but you bring back Kaylee Dennison and you brought in some talented freshmen. What can you expect from the newcomers, but also, Kaylee just making that step into a larger role?
Yeah, when the season got over last year and then this summer, Denny and I had a chance to chat, and I just basically told her, this is what I recruited you for. This moment right here, this is now it's your team, it's your staff, you're the one in the circle. Over her freshman and sophomore year, you've seen the progression of her getting better and better and better, and she's ready to lead this group, which is great because it's a young group. We do have a lot of freshmen that we brought in the circle, and I really pushed them this fall and winter to see how we could get them kind of game ready, and they're ahead of schedule. We ended our winter workouts with a scrimmage, and we've got a few freshmen there that are going to be more than ready to play at this level.
Yeah. What strengths do you see developing that you think this team could lead on this spring?
Just that camaraderie, the love for each other, the passion for the game. They know that it's going to take a team to get things done that we want to get done. It's not going to be about what are my personal goals, am I on the field or off the field, just making a big deal of all of that stuff. There's none of that going on. They're all in support of each other. They know it's going to take a full team effort to get this thing done this season, and they're fully behind that, and they support it, and they support each other.
Yeah. You've talked about making that jump into the postseason. How do the results of the past couple of GPAC tournaments kind of motivate this group? A lot. It's the first thing you want to do obviously is you got to get there, and we've done that. We want to win a game in the GPAC tournament this year. We thought last year for sure that could happen. For whatever reason, it didn't. But our team knows we have that momentum. We know what it's like to be there. We're not. It's not so much focused on winning and losing. It's just competing with and for each other. And I feel really good about the goals that this group has put together and what it takes to accomplish them. So what our team has done is they've said, okay, here's some of the goals that we want to do, but not just doing that, but here's what it's going to take to do that. And they outline that in a triangle, in a pyramid, and they're going to hold each other accountable to each one of these things that we do as we progress along in the season. So that's what gives me the positive energy and the hope for this team. Yeah. Obviously, people talk a lot about like superstitions for players, but do you have one as a coach?
Yeah, I do.
Or a game day ritual? Yeah.
I have to use the same pen to write the lineup card. That's probably one of them. And then this hat I'm wearing, I'm trying to break it in. It's new because this is going to be my game day hat this year. So, yeah, I got a few of them.
Yeah. What's the most recent like TV show or movie you've watched, and was it good? What are your reviews?
Geez. I had some goals over break to actually watch some TV shows and movies. I ended up watching a lot of football. As a family over Christmas break, we had our whole family together, and we all went to the movie theater and watched the new SpongeBob movie. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty fun.
All right. Well, who do you got? Who do you got in the national championship football?
Man, I think it's going to be a very physical football game, but I think Indiana, they are just on a different planet right now.
Yeah. What's your favorite professional sports team or athlete that you follow?
Denver Broncos. I'm a big Denver Broncos fan. My three favorite athletes of all time: John Elway, not in any particular order, Allen Iverson, and Ken Griffey Jr. So.
All right, so you pick one person off your team and you're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse. Who would it be?
Jeez. Zombie apocalypse. I need to survive. I'd probably pick Toby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why her?
She just kind of has that I'm just going to get after it attitude, all business. You know, you don't want somebody that can lose focus when you're getting surrounded by zombies.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite hobbies outside of softball?
Fishing. I love to fish. Yeah, I love fishing.
All right. Can I get a Sco Dogs at the camp?
Let's go, Dogs. Let's go.